You need to start changing some of those thoughts. You need to start improving some of those thoughts. You need to start doing things differently, and our next speaker is going to help you to do that. And what he's going to be sharing with you are the things that he's not speaking about anymore, the new things that he's doing in his business. And so you guys are some of the very few that are going to really hear what this legend is doing in his business now. And this will be the last time that he'll speak publicly. He's not doing his own programs. And so this, guys, it's kind of sad. This will be the last time he's going to get this big ovation, right? But will you give him a big one? Will you get up out of your seats and give him a big ovation? Please welcome to the stage, Mike Filsaime. Let's hear it for him. Come on! I'm a desperado underneath your window.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate that. And now we're going to get right into the nuggets. And some of these slides are going to be very bullet point driven, but these are the types of things that I think, and you'll be getting copies of this, you'll be able to go into your business time and time again. I would hope that you look at this every 3 months in your business, or even every month, and say to yourself, where can we maximize? What in these things can we do to maximize our business? And we'll get started. Okay, great. All right, 5 ways to increase online profits. Some of the stuff that I'm going to go over here is some stuff that I saw broken out one time originally by Jay Abraham in this chart. And I believe it was 4 ways. Some people refer to it as 3. And what I've done is I've broken some things out a little bit more that I felt could be in a separate category. And we're going to keep this pretty specific to online profits. Okay. Number 1 is to get more prospects. Okay. That's getting more traffic, more viewers, more listeners, more readers, whatever it is in our business. You always want to be focusing on increasing the number of prospects that you're currently bringing into your marketing. So it stands to say that if you're getting 100 visitors per day or 100 visitors per month, if you continue to get those 100 and get an additional 30, 40, or 50, you're going to increase your profits. That's number 1. Number 2 is increase conversion at point of sale. And we're going to go into, I'm going to break all of these down later, and we'll talk about different ways that you can increase conversion at the point of sale. Number 3, maximize profit and number of transactions at point of sale. This is a big one. When I start going over some of this with you, this is really going to resonate with anybody that's currently selling online. And some of this stuff you can immediately start implementing into your business and instantly increase your profits 50%, sometimes even more. Number 4, reduce loss and your costs. Okay? Sometimes we're so focused on profits, we don't realize that we're more profitable when we find ways to cut costs and reduce loss and reduce refund rates and different things like that. And number 5 is frequency and recurring. So now that we have this customer, are we focused on number 1 again? We just made a sale. That's great. We're going to go out and get more prospects, and we're going to split test our headlines and add video to our website and do upsells and bumps and everything like that, and then we go right back to number 1, and you can triple your profit just by focusing on number 5. In fact, many businesses suddenly come to realize that, and then they start focusing on number 5 and let 1 through 4 be the engine that drives everything else for number 5. Okay? So here's a chart. This chart goes a little way back. I made a couple of changes to it just for this presentation, but this takes the other 5, well, actually the other 4 out of the 5 things, I left out the refunds and lowering your cost and things like that off of this, because this focuses on profits through sales. So what you're seeing here is the sales process, and your sales process is in the middle. That's where everything happens. So you're getting traffic, and I've outlined 5 different ways that you can get traffic. John Reese, in his course, Traffic Secrets, I remember him saying 3 ways to get traffic. You can buy You can borrow and you can create. The other two that are slightly down is integrate and viral. They're both a form of borrow. So there's still 3 ways, but I felt that integrating your marketing in other channels is so powerful that I wanted to separate it. And I have about 20 slides just on integration in your marketing. And viral marketing, I've said it before, the amount of money I spend on advertising every single month, we get probably somewhere around 3.5 million page impressions per month to our sites. And we spend about $500 a month in advertising. They're for 2 early ebooks that I had. One ebook, one traffic site. I probably logged into my AdWords account about 6 months ago when I realized that I was losing money. And I said, let these campaigns run, and I'll start split testing and get somebody to help me with them. And I believe in AdWords. Trust me when I tell you. I believe in AdWords. But most of my traffic came from that green one on the side and the one in the middle, borrow and viral. That's where I focused on my business. So one of the things on the sales page for this event said that I'll be going over viral marketing, and originally I wasn't, but I wanted to stay true to that. So I put those slides in at the end. We'll be going over that. So that drives all these new prospects into your sales channel, to your sales page, your squeeze page, wherever it is where you have that call to action. And this is where you want to increase conversions. And I'm going to go over some bullets of some big rocks that you want to start working on. There's certain things you want to focus on when you're split testing rather than others. And I'm a big believer in staying with those big rocks, because you can, just because you split test your headline and you found a winner, I bet if you focused on just split testing that headline for months to come, rather than focusing on whether or not the Tahoma font is doing better than the Verdana or the Arial and things like that, I think the big rocks are in some of the things that I'm going to outline for you. Now, the next thing was, the red thing on the left there says, increase the number of transactions at the point of sale. This is key. I'm going to give you some really key examples where you see this happening all the time. You've already got the prospect and they've already made a decision to buy. There's a lot of money to be made at this point. They're referred to as upsells, downsells, cross-sells, and bumps. And I've explained that before. I'm going to go over a couple of different examples today that I've never gone over before. And then finally, you've made the sale, and now we need to focus on frequency, recurring billing, force continuity, new prospects, new launches, other people's products, and our own back-end products. Taking a $47 sale and backing them into a $297 or $497 sale. So now we're going to break down those 5 ways. The first one was getting more prospects, traffic, viewers, listeners, etc. We said buy, create, and borrow. So buying traffic, what are some popular ways that you can buy traffic? E-zines, pay-per-click, Google AdWords, Yahoo search marketing. You can buy banner impressions. There's CPA networks. There's many different ways that you can buy advertising. And I'm not here to tell you that I don't do it because I don't see that it's worth it. I just never. I've always focused on a couple of things, and it was successful for me. And if I was able to have somebody to work in my company just to manage my AdWords department, and he was the right person, I would have him tomorrow. Because I would gladly spend $5,000 a month to make $7,000, or $50,000 a month to make $70,000. Creating traffic, that's all that social, the social marketing. That's creating squid-do lenses and writing articles on the internet, and creating videos and using tools like TubeMogul and Traffic Geyser, and putting videos, and that's putting content out there to pull traffic back to your websites where you want to make money. It takes a little bit of time, but I like to refer to it as planting seeds on the internet. You're not going to see a lot of results right away, but after a while, you're going to see that you have these, these prairies of just, green lawn all over the place, and they can be very profitable. And borrow, how do you borrow traffic? Yeah, affiliate programs, JVs, joint ventures, okay? Now, I have D, and I moved that over a little bit, and I have empower. See, the reason why I highlighted A and B, buy and create, I don't do very much of that. The only thing is, for a lot of my keywords, I'm #1 in Google. And for all of my products, there's anywhere between 6 and 15 ads on Google for my products. So what I've decided to do very early on was empower my affiliates to do all this stuff for me. See, a lot of affiliate programs will say, click here to join our affiliate program, and then after you join the affiliate program, they say, here's your affiliate link. And then that's it. And then, they tell you how great their product is and all this other, type of good stuff. One of the things that I've spoken about, it started in butterfly marketing, and it was because I did it, and I spoke about it in butterfly marketing. If you look at my products, like the butterfly marketing manuscript, or any site that uses butterfly marketing, or Viral Friend Generator, in fact, I would encourage you to go to the butterflymarketingmanuscript.com/affiliate and see what we do there. There's 23 sets of tools that all the person has to do is enter their name and their ClickBank ID or their Pay.com ID. They hit submit, and it fills out all those tools for them. And then we tell them, step 1, copy and paste this blog review and put it on your blog. What I like to do is look at those footprints that it leaves out there and type it into Google and see something like 1,683 times this unique footprint shows up, and just let me click to page 43. There it is, 10 more people with their blogs advertising my products with the keywords that I wanted them to use. I give them the keywords to put in on the blogs. I'll also write a press release, encourage them. So every now and then, press releases go out, once or twice a month. And I know because I use Google Alerts. Anybody not use Google Alerts? Raise your hands if you're not using Google Alerts. Okay, if you have a business online, you need to be using Google Alerts. Put the name of your product, put your domain name in, put your name in, and every day, hopefully, you'll start getting emails telling you what's going on. I comment on a lot of people's blogs, and I always get like an email back. I use my real email. They're like, geez, you're everywhere. I just posted this 3 hours ago. How'd you find out? And I say, Google Alerts. I like to know what the industry is saying about something that we're launching, but I also like to know somebody just posted about Viral Friend Generator on their blog. So if I'm empowering all these people to do this search marketing for me, now we're creating content for people to use on their Squidoo lenses. So I would rather pay somebody 50% after they make a sale and let me focus on the marketing and increasing my conversion and things like that than putting all that effort into social marketing. The same thing with traffic, buying traffic. I create the Google AdWords, and I'll create maybe like 8 different Google ads, and then I do some keyword research, and I dump several hundred keywords in there for a particular product, and I say, here's how you go to Google. Watch this video if you don't have an account. And I teach them how to go and create the account, and I tell them that they may want to look into this product, and I'll recommend Google AdWords products for them, and then they start testing those headlines, and I don't pay for any of this advertising that's on Google. Of course I do when they make a sale, but that's better than paying for clicks and not making sales. Next, integrate. Marketing like Coca-Cola. We're going to get into that a little bit later on. Okay. Turn your competitors into your traffic sources. Okay. Normally I go into this a little bit more, but I've created separate slides for that today, so I'm going to go right past it. So yeah, buy, borrow, create, integrate, duplicate. Okay. We just had Andrew. Was it Andrew and Terry? Andrew came up to me and said, "Hey, Mike, we just started using your Viral Friend Generator in one of our campaigns, and man, it just exploded." He says, "I want to, thank you. That's a really great product." Very simple in nature, but simply using viral marketing. That's a lower form of viral marketing. There's a lot of different ways to do it, but you definitely want to start looking into taking your current visitors that come to your website, whether they buy or not, and get them to share the message with other people that might be interested. And there's a big piece of that formula that has to be done in order to make that work. We're going to share that a little bit later. It's called the incentive. Okay. Number 2 was increase conversions at point of sale. All right. You need to constantly test, tweak, and improve. Okay. You never want to think that this site that you had designed is the best way to do it, or the headline that you put on there was the best the best headline that you can use. In fact, we did a workshop this morning and yesterday, and there was probably about 40 of us, and somebody was doing, somebody has a site on teaching people how to use sites like Flickr and PhotoBucket and Picasa and things like that, because there are a lot of people that need to learn how to share photos. My brother is one of them. And she was talking about a particular test that she had done with Google AdWords. And I got to tell you, one was so obvious, it was ridiculous. And everyone in her office said, I believe this will win. She believed it would win. There was one person in the office said, I think the other one will win. So she gave us the two headlines, or the two ads, and she said, how many think the first one? And every hand went up. And she said, and how many think the second one? And one hand went like this. And I was so sure what she was going to say. And she said, it was the second one where only that person voted. And we were like, what? So that's why we test. Because if we thought we were right all the time, then there'd be no reason to test. So make sure that you're testing, even the obvious. Make sure that you test audio. Make sure that you're using video and test your video. I believe video in almost every instance can increase conversions when it's the right message in the video and it's done right. And certainly test your sales copy. Test your offer. We spoke yesterday for about an hour and a half on what an offer is. Test your guarantee and test your headlines. Remember we said the big rocks, rather than focusing on, is the blue background better than the gray background, and and all the these types of things. What you really want to test are these big rocks. Okay. I was on a call with Gary Halbert before he passed away, of course, years ago. I was a guinea pig with Russell Brunson and a couple of other people, and there was a split testing software that came on, and we were all going to be contestants, but we got to meet these great copywriters before we put our test into place. And there was Gary Halbert, and there was David Garfinkel, and a couple of other copywriters were on there. And I remember each person got to ask these experts questions before we did our tasks. And I asked Gary Halbert, I said, so Gary, and I was fairly new, and John Reese had come out with Traffic Secrets, and there was all this talk about Michael Fortin publishing that the blue background outsold this, and you want to use a Tahoma font in your headline, size 18, medium red, and then every website in the world changed the next day to Tahoma font, medium red. So I said to Gary, here's my chance to ask, one of the greatest copywriters of the 20th century of all time, and I said, Gary, so if I'm going to test something, where do you think I should start? Should I test maybe, the fonts or the background color or the headline? And I figured I'd throw the headline in there because that's what I always heard, you have to test the headline. And if any of you know Gary, he doesn't hold back, and he started, screaming and cursing and, gee damn it and all this type of stuff. I don't know where you guys are getting this information. And he says, that stuff doesn't matter, testing your page background. He says, I'll write the best damn sales letter in the world, and I'll put it on the ugly yellow background. I've been using it forever. It's not the background that you want to be focusing on. He says, the first thing you want to test is the offer. And I said, oh, I have no idea what you're talking about. I had no idea what he was talking about. I didn't know what the offer meant. You know what I thought he meant? I thought he meant it was your sales copy. Maybe have two different people write the sales letter or something like that, and they're writing different offers. I didn't understand what he meant by testing the offer. For 2 years, then I finally found out what it was by listening to good copywriters, guys like John Carlton and things like that. And the way I see it is that the offer is what they're going to get, or what you're going to give them, and how they're going to get it. So what are you going to give them, and how are they going to get it? Is it going to be mailed to them in 2 weeks? Is it coming on a DVD? Is it going to be an MP3? Is it going to be streaming? Do they download it once, never get access to it again? It's what they're going to get and how they're going to get it. Number two, it's what they're going to pay and how they're going to pay you. A lot of people just think that, hey, it's whatever it is, it's $47. It can be, you see it very often in the commercials. Send us nothing right now. Use it for 30 days, and if it doesn't do everything we said it will and more, keep it and send us nothing. But if you like it, you'll be billed after 30 days. Those are really good things that you want to start testing. So when you hear good copywriters saying, Did you test the offer? What they're saying is, did you do multiple payments? Is it, was it a $1 trial and then $2.97? Recently, Evan Pagan did DVDs of his event, right? It was free. It was a $1,500 product. He shipped it to you for free. You didn't even pay the shipping. And then if you didn't like it, you simply sent it back and notified them, and you wouldn't be charged. If they don't hear from you in 30 days, you're charged $297 over 5 months. So these are different things that you can test. The other is your guarantee, which is risk reversal. Many times we'll be very happy to say, we offer a no-risk money-back guarantee. Those are good words, and those are important, and you need to put it in all your sales letters. But you also want to consider risk reversal. All the risk is on us, the seller, because if it doesn't do everything that we say it does, we'll double or triple your money back. And you tell them, see how easy it is for us to take advantage, for you to take advantage of us? We'd have to be crazy to make this offer. But we're just so confident that our product is going to do exactly what you want it to do that we're willing to make that bold claim. And I would recommend that you always give a money-back guarantee, and if you give a double or triple your money-back guarantee, simply put a performance guarantee, stating that they need to do all 12 of these steps that are outlined. So if you're telling them that they can make money with your marketing system, you can maybe require the ad that you told them to put in a local penny saver and photocopy and send it to you. Well, I didn't do that. Well, that was just step one. So obviously, if you didn't do what we told you to do, then you can't get the results. So we'll certainly issue your money back, but we can't give you triple your money back. We do it with Viral Friend Generator, and we've never had to deal with any refunds, with any of the double your money backs with Viral Friend Generator. Moving on, exit savers. Okay, you know what this is in the car business? I was a general manager. I sold cars for several years. You know what an exit saver is? I'll give you an example in the car business how this works. Salespeople, when they're trained really well, don't leave their business cards on their desk. See, a business card is permission for someone to leave. Well, thank you very much. I have your card, and now you're done. Salesman doesn't know. Once they hear, thank you, I have your card, that's basically the person's telling you, I've gotten everything that I need from you. So salespeople, a good salesperson won't leave his cards on his desk, and the person will say, can I get your card? And he'll say, yes, let me get it for you, I'll be right back. And they come back with this 6'2" business card where somebody's saying, hi, my name is Jim, I'm the sales manager here. Why don't you have a seat? Let me see if I just want to make sure my salesperson answered all your questions. That's an exit saver in the car business. And you know what? Every time that happens, probably two out of every 5 times, that manager is going to close the deal. So how do we look at that on our websites? I like these, you've seen these things where you roll up and it notices that your cursor is going to exit, and it has something that just says, stop, wait, get this free report, or use this promo code, it's good for the next 5 minutes, or whatever the case is. And then there's these exit chat clients. Have you guys ever seen those things? You go to cancel, you hit exit, and it says, wait, a live virtual agent wants to talk with you. Just type hi, and you say hi, and virtual agent says, thank you for visiting our website. We'd like to offer you whatever the vendor likes to offer. We do it on 7 of our sites, and it says, for our $47 products, we say we'd like to offer you $10 discount, but it's only good today. Now that pop-up shows up every day, even if they come back forever. But we do use technology that when they click that link and they look at that page, there's a countdown. These are influence tactics of scarcity and urgency. They work very, very good. As that countdown timer starts to go, every single month, it was just crazy. You would see in the car business, you would just see all the people would come in at the end of the month to buy a car, and we would do 1/3 of our business in the last 2 days. And I remember when we did the 7-figure code, we had all our sales the first day. Me and Jeff Walker, we refer to this as the Walker W, and that's where you start out right here on the first day, and then you have this little tail off when you're doing a launch. And then you come up with another reason for your affiliates to promote, like, hey, they just introduced a payment plan. So you get these sales that go up to about here, and then that promotion seems to go away, and then you have this spike on the very last day. Why? Because either the price is going up or they're selling out. And what just always blows me away, just like completely blows me away, is like when we did the 7-figure code, or where there was Mass Control, or there was Stomper Smarts, or all these things that we've seen, I believe that if somebody got an email once, they've got it 60,000 times. The most interesting thing is that last part of the W, hundreds of sales come in the last 5 minutes. People start to react like crazy when time is running out. And then, like, I change the payment button, and then like 14 sales come in, when the price goes up $300. So you got to, refund those people back to $300 because, you feel bad that, but I'm just like wondering, where were you for the last 7 days? Did you just like get back off a cruise and then like see 80,000 emails and say, I need to buy this now? So, don't dismiss that in your marketing by putting a countdown timer on a time-sensitive offer. The fact that it's counting down creates pain in the person's mind that this is going to go away, and the technology that we use redirects the page back to the sales page forever. So even if that virtual agent tries to offer them that discount again, they click the link, it goes to that page for like a half a second, and then sends them back to the full price page. They have to buy it within 15 minutes. When we started implementing that, we were doing 100 sales for one product every single month. We kept those 100 sales, and then we did an additional 75 sales at 25% off, $10 off on a $50 product. And we picked up 50% of the customers. And when you have back ends, this is just monstrous stuff. So that's a really good tip right there, is to monetize people on their way out. You know why? Because they're leaving never to come back. Never, never to come back. Okay? I relate a lot to sales, from what I did for 15 years. It's better to save that customer $200 that's looking to buy the car now, make a customer for life, than it is to listen to your salesperson or your sales page that says, he'll be back. She'll be back. They really like me. They'll be back to service the car that they bought at the dealer down the block here because it's closer for them. And that's why we want to try to get those people while we're leaving. Other ways to increase conversions at the point of sale is to use an opt-in page, a squeeze page, so that we can follow up. Find different ways. Sometimes a squeeze page or a landing page where you capture their name and email address is better. Sometimes the hover ad is good. Sometimes the exit grabber is good. If you were to say to me, Mike, which way is best, I would tell you it really depends on a lot of things. You really need to test that. There's no right answer for that. All right, number 3, we said maximize profit and the number of transactions at the point of sale. Okay, so let's take a look here. How can you increase your profits at the point of sale? You can increase your price, or you can offer less. Sometimes maybe there's, like with 7-figure code, we had these transcripts, these double binders that they were like 3-inch binders, and there were 2 of them. And I had originally gotten, you got it, right? We got this price quote originally, from Speaker Fulfillment Services of like $36 or $34 to produce a 7-figure code. Talking to John Reese, and he's like, so what are you going to do? And what's your price point? What's your offer, right? The way us marketers talk. And I told him, and he says, what are they going to get, and how are you going to give it to them? And we said, we're going to give them these DVDs, and we're going to give them the transcripts for the event. And he said, so really, Mike, all they're going to be getting are these like 8 Netflix packages, and that's the perception. It says you really need to create a bigger thud factor here, Mike. So I said, what do you suggest? He says, why don't you take those transcripts and print them? And I took his advice and we ran with them, and that brought our production cost up over $100 a unit. Man, guess what now happens when you're shipping to Singapore and Australia and the UK? Your shipping goes nuts. So when we had to pay an affiliate and pay for shipping and all these different, and all this paper is a lot more expensive than a plastic CD, and we found that out. But it helped us, get very successful. So now what we do is we have this, what we call the light version. It's the original course, and then we deliver all the papers online. At the website, they still get it, but if we were to sell it maybe at an event or something like that, we offer the light version. Next, one-time offers. I think most of you know what that stuff is. Doing downsells and upsells and cross-sells and bumps and thank yous. and ads on your thank you page. So after they buy, you can advertise on the thank you page. I'm going to give you some different examples that I normally do with upsells, cross-sells, and bumps coming up in just a few seconds. Here's one that I like. I'm looking for a software. Maybe I'm talking with Rich Sheffrin, and Rich says, hey, you got to get this process map software, or you got to get this mind map, this mind map software. Or now I've switched over to a Mac, and some of these things don't work there, so I'm looking for a new one, and I go to check out, and I find this $47 product, and I check out, and I'm just about to hit submit, and it's asking me for $97, and I'm like, what just happened? So I scroll back up, and I look at the cart, and they have pre-checked off a backup CD for $29 that they're going to mail me, and then they have another checked off for premium phone support for $19. Okay, these are what are called bumps. Upsells, but they're really more of these bumps. They're these little pre-checked things. And you can go back and uncheck them, but sometimes you even get to thinking, well, I have a lot of different computers and I move around a lot. I'd probably prefer to have that backup CD right in my bookshelf here rather than have to go searching through emails for an expired download link. Does that ever happen to you? You find the download link and you click it and it says this page is no longer available. You're like, I got to rebuy it again. Damn. So those are little bumps. There's that premium phone support. Premium shipping. If you have a physical product, maybe you could get it to them faster. Shipping and handling, you're allowed to profit on the handling. So I remember I bought this thing called a Toby. Have you ever heard of that? I'm an infomercial junkie. I watch it for the marketing and end up buying all the products. Here's this thing that it's like this little steamer vacuum cleaner with this pole that you put your shirts on, and you put water in, and you can just steam iron this shirt, and it just looks so cool, and it actually works very well. So I buy this thing, and they bring me through all the upsells. Would you like one for a gift? And it happened to be right around the holidays. I said, yeah, what is it? Well, the second one is half price. Yeah, great. In fact, give me a third. I'll get one for my office. And then they say, would you like the premium shipping? And I said, no, that's all right. Well, how long is it going to take, if I don't take the premium shipping? She said, it'll be 8 to 10 weeks. I said, what? I said, how much is the premium shipping? $29.95, and you'll have it within 7 days. I felt a little exploited, but I paid it. Okay? So, maybe we don't have to exploit them that much, but it's food for thought, right? Quantity. Stephen Pierce did this. Anybody ever purchased this? This goes back several years, back to 2004. He had a product called Secrets to Creating Wealth CDs. I purchased that. Is there anybody in this room that purchased that way back then? Okay, if you remember what Stephen did back at that time, it was right during the holidays. It was in December. He said, would you like to buy two? Makes a great gift. It just gets me thinking, gets people thinking. I said, yeah. He doubled his sales. He gave me a discount on the second one, right? So think of in terms of offering quantity. You see that when you get software. You see number of licenses. Okay, they're looking to for different ways that they can increase their profits there. Second or more for half price. Multi-licenses, as we said. I put RV there as a joke. I think I've known one person in my entire life that owns an RV. Every infomercial says, get one for the garage, one for the RV. So it's like, like the phone center calls in once a month. We sold an extra one for the RV. Yeah, keep it in for the next commercials. Okay? The Amazon upsells. Can you use that in your process before they check out or after they check out with like a one-click checkout feature once you've got their credit card? Customers who purchased this also purchased. What psychological influence tactic does that use? Social proof. Conformity to group norms. People like to do what the norms do. You know that stuff where you look in your hotel and it says, please help us conserve water, by reusing your towel? You know what that's for? It's to save the hotel a lot of money. And to use guilt to get you, to do it by being better for the environment. They've tested that and they were pretty successful with it. And then what they did is they added one line on there, some of them, that says 80% of our customers prefer to reuse their towels. And then suddenly everyone, after reading that little card that they put on the bed, the conversions went up and they're using less detergent and spending less money, which was probably their main goal. Where I read that? I read that from Cialdini. type his name in. He recently published that about 5 months ago. It's a great article that talks about conformity to group norms and social proof. They go hand in hand. So it's amazing what you can do when you're giving people choices. People prefer contrast. So if you want people to go for I'll get right to you. If you want people to go for for an offer, create a higher offer at a more expensive price where the regular offer just looks like the best value. And then say something, or find out what the statistics are, and say something like, see, what's interesting is you don't have to say 80% of our customers choose this, because that would probably be a lie, because you don't have that kind of conversion. But what you can say is, 89% of our customers who do buy choose this option. It's like that rating system at Amazon, where one book is at 4.4 and the other one is 9.8. Which one are you going to buy? What other people have told you is the way to go. So if 89% of people are doing something, people are more likely to buy that offer, and you've put another offer in there to create the contrast. Here's another example. When I thought I didn't have enough slides today, I think I might run out of time, but here's another example. I was in Vegas a couple of weeks ago with guys like Jeff Walker and Frank Kern, and we were there for a mastermind meeting. And I don't know why they had it in Vegas. What a terrible place to pick. But so we're sitting at this nice restaurant in the MGM. It's the steakhouse. And I'm looking at the steaks, and they've got like Kobe beef and everything like that for like $219 for an 8-ounce. And $169 for this, and $197 for that. And, so like, who's paying? Andy Jenkins with the successful Stompernet launch, and we've all mailed for you. He says, no, I'll pay for you guys. But we're just, busting his chops. So the waiter comes over, and he says, can I make a suggestion? We said, yes. He says, I don't know if you noticed, but on the right side of the menu, it's called the Chef Special. He says, what that is it comes with a choice of beef. It comes with many different beefs. It comes with the lobster, 3 entrees, and all this different stuff. And it's only $149 per person. And everybody's like, well, that's good, because then we can get the filet, and we can get the prime rib, and we can get this, and we can get the scallops. Yeah, why don't we do that? And they just brought out this whole huge spread. And what was funny? Somebody at the table said, you know what? You'd have to be an idiot to buy one of these other prices at $219. This $149 was such a bargain. See what they did, though? How they changed your frame of mind by having one price higher? That all of a sudden, that we say something like $149 is such a bargain. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for steak and potatoes and that type of stuff. Did you have a quick question? Cialdini, I'll do my best. I'm a terrible speller. Cialdini. Robert Cialdini, his book was Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion. But if you just Google his name and put recent article or something like that, you'll see that about the hotels, and it gives you the statistics of the increase when they said 80% of our customers prefer to use their towels twice. So, okay, I registered this domain yesterday. You probably can't read it, but it says neverendingupsells.com. Anybody recognize that logo in the top left? That's GoDaddy. Anybody ever registered a domain at GoDaddy? Okay, let's go through the process. Okay. You just put it in, and it says, congratulations, it's available. And it says, stop. You found a great name. You might want that nonprofit neverendingupsells.org and, the neverendingupsells.info. So they give you these 2 things, and look at that. It's pre-checked. Green means go. Big green button. Pavlov's dog. Check out. Continue, continue, continue. Right? Where's that no thanks? Guys in the back probably can't read that. Okay? Yes, add these to my order. Save 50%. Stop. Right? Okay. So now we hit continue, and it says it noted my name on my account. So it's telling me that MikeFilsaime.name is available. And since nobody stole the .com from me, I feel I don't need the reason to get the .name, and I'll let somebody else have it if they want. And I could add that to my order for just $9.99, and I could also get FilsaimeFamily.com for $9.99. I just don't know how I'm going to market that. Maybe one day I'll regret that, but today I didn't buy that. Okay, so we hit continue. Oh, and now, okay, what's pre-checked right there? 2 years. That's called a bump. They're giving you 2 years automatically. And this is going to pay off later for them when they start getting you for the hosting. Because when you're paying $100 a year for hosting, they've just doubled their year. All right? You know why my opinion is why it doesn't say 3? They've probably tested it. Because I believe that if they could get you for 3, they would. Because they're trying to get you for a lot more things. It's not that we're pushing a little too hard. I'll prove to you that it's not because they're pushing too hard. They test everything. What they've tested is that when people see 3, they say, I don't know that I need it for 3. And then they drop it back down to 1. So they leave it at 2 instead of 1. What's the next thing we see here? Auto renew, pre-checked, recurring income. They'll get you every single year. And they pre-check that, and I agree with that, because I think if anybody's buying a domain, they probably don't want to lose it the next year. So certainly don't have a problem with that. Then they have, the little certified, and they use words like deluxe and premium. That's very smart marketing. Add your emails to your domain. You're not even going to get email? Of course you are. Whatever host you're going to get is going to give you email. But it was $19 to add email. Okay, so then we hit the next button to continue. And they have this private registration, business registration, expiring registration, deadbolt transfer protection. I think they actually have teams that say, what else can we think of, to sell on this, this checkout here? And they pre-check and just look at some of the psychological things that they're going on, with the ringing the bell and getting us to salivate here that we may not even realize. They're using stars. They're using stars above those columns, like you see at Amazon, to tell you that the protected is higher rating. Right? Well, why would you use stars there? Think about it. It's to make it seem like it's more prestigious. It's like taboo to go with this 1-star option. You hit continue, you get this next page that says, customize my order. Or no thanks, I'm ready to check out. No, I want to see how far this can go, so let's just keep going. So we hit continue, and then they tell us to select our hosting plan, and we can go with the economy, drop down, add the deluxe, add the premium. We hit continue, and now it got to the point that this was just getting crazy, so rather than putting each one there, I started putting 3 there. I don't even know what they're trying to sell us at this point. I really don't. I can't even see. They're just going, and you're like, okay, it's got to be over. It's not over. So let's hit continue. Finally, the secure checkout code. And there's still 2 more upsells. Whoops. They're trying to get me for that .org and .net. Maybe he didn't mean to say no. Let's just throw it there. And let's just throw this upgrade to the 5-year registration there. And you hit continue, and whew, finally. Thank you for your order. But don't miss these special deals below. And on that page, they go on to offer you these different things here, and quick shopping cart economy and more stuff, and it just never ends. That's why I just had to get that domain name, neverendingupsell.com. I thought it would go really great for that part of the presentation. Now, I'm not suggesting that you put your customer, through this type of process. It's just, it's crazy. But let's face it, GoDaddy, loses money on selling domain names. They're probably selling it to you at or below cost, and that's why they're the #1 domain reseller. Okay, and they've got a lot of staff. They've got these, pretty ladies that have to pose in front of pictures for this, these cars for their Super Bowl ads. So obviously, what they've realized is that they're going to use the front end to drive these back end offers. Okay, so if you're already profitable on your front end, even better. Now there's different ways that you can start selling different things. So if you're selling an ebook, get together with a fulfillment company and print your ebook and have it nicely spiral bound with a nice cover, photo glossy cover, and give it to the fulfillment company to store for you, and then just have a little checkbox on your checkout items. And then say, preferred customers prefer to have the deluxe version also shipped to them. You can have it pre-checked or checked or not, and they check off, and when they go to the checkout, you'll probably find that at least 2 out of every 5 people are going to want this deluxe version also shipped to them with their digital order. I know because I have a friend, Jermaine Griggs, that does that, and that's the stats that he gets. Okay, here's the customers who bought this also bought this. Okay, you can do that with your products after they buy or before they buy. It's a little bit easier depending on the shopping cart system that you have, where you just put that on your thank you page where they're downloading, and you could have your other products, or you can have affiliate products for related products. Okay, number 5, we'll go through this one a little quick. It's kind of obvious. Reduce loss and your costs. How do you get a lower refund rate? Using things like stick strategies, better customer support, better training, create a better product. If people keep telling you that there's little problems with it, fix the products, keep improving, have a support forum if needed, have help videos, help documents, a knowledgeable staff. Those types of things are going to help reduce your refunds. Also, have a refund policy that offers one of your other products every time somebody asks for a refund. If you want a refund for one of my products, Nancy will reply back to you and give you 2 or 3 choices for some of our other products, or even a bundle, and say, Mike's dedicated to your success. Our team will help you use the software or product that you originally purchased, and we'd also like to give you these other products as our way of showing you that we're committed to your success. If we don't hear from you within 24 hours, we'll refund your money. If you'd like to take us up on this offer, please let us know. Now, this is a digital product that I'm giving them. It doesn't cost me anything to do that, okay? And I've saved a customer and built a relationship with them, rather than just having this policy that you tell your staff, well, it's 30-day, no questions, money back guarantee, so if they ask, just refund them. I don't want to have a refund problem. Certainly you want to give everybody back their money, so if you don't hear from them in 24 hours, give them back their money. We save about 70% of our refunds for our digital products by doing this, and about 20% of our physical products. Problem with the physical products, unfortunately, is we don't know that we're getting a refund very often until it shows back up at the fulfillment house, and then we still try to do some stuff, but it's a little tougher. Okay? Lower production costs, outsourcing, things like that. Okay? Finally, frequency and recurring income. Force continuity. Create a newsletter. Give them the first month for free. Creating a newsletter is very easy. There are many different fulfillment companies that will handle this for you. All you do is email them a Microsoft Word document once a month. If you can, if you're already on the web, then you already know how to do something like this. And simply just put at every checkout, receive our free newsletter. Every single month, get our first one for free. And then you have the words that say, if for any reason you choose not to continue receiving them, just let us know. If not, you'll be billed $19 per month, and then you get like $5 for shipping and handling, or $9 a month, or $49 a month, depending on your industry. It's going to determine how much you can go with this, and depending on your credibility in the marketplace. But very powerful stuff. Back-end products, outsourced. If you don't have any back-end products, you can outsource your back-end. You'd be surprised how many people have call centers that are related to your industry that you can get your leads over to them, and you negotiate the terms. You can call the people 3 times. After that, you have to delete all instances of the customer information. You cannot store their email address or their phone number or anything like that. Make sure in your terms of service that you don't say things like, we will never sell, rent, share your email or your information with anyone, because then you're breaking the law. All right? Follow up for other products. What you really should do is look at your autoresponder for what happens after somebody buys. If you just say, here's your download link, that's a waste of money if you stop right there. You can have, let's say you're selling, I'll just use an example just to get through this. You're selling a domain type of system where they bought a domain. The email should say, thank you for the domain. If you need a quality web host, go here and get an affiliate program in that email. And then from there, your follow-up emails should be selling them other congruent products that are related to this particular marketing funnel. So for me, with many different products, it would be foolish to just tell somebody, take these 8 autoresponder follow-ups for back-end products and paste it all the way through our products. Because somebody that buys my carbon copy marketing is a newbie. And they just demonstrated that because they're not making any money online and they're looking just to get started. Somebody that buys Viral Friend Generator may already have a website, so it would be foolish for me to be introducing them to newbie-based products. So make sure that you're doing some type of follow-up, moving people through your funnel. Very quickly, follow-up for other people's products, direct mail campaigns, email follow-up. Many of you got a letter to get invited to this event. Came offline. Rich and I put an offline campaign together. Having a call center can increase your profits 10 times if you're in the information business, up to 10 times. Selling the leads. You know, if you're just in an industry where you really can't do anything with it, maybe you can sell the leads off. And as I said, have different funnels for different products. Okay, we're going to get into the next part of the presentation. This is called Marketing Cola. All right, and this is something I started, a way I started explaining this recently. Integrated strategies for advanced marketers. These are two of the most recognized brands in the world, right? Arguably. I don't think too many people would argue that. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Thank you. All right. What's the main difference between McDonald's and Coca-Cola in terms of the way that you buy the product? You can shout it out. What do you think? Say that again? Automation? They're different, but that's not the one I'm looking for. What'd you say? No. That's correct. That's correct. If you want to buy a cheeseburger from McDonald's, you have to walk into a McDonald's. If you want to buy anything from McDonald's, you must buy it at a McDonald's. Probably 99.99% of the time. I mean, it's not even coming to mind where I've ever bought something from a McDonald's product that wasn't at a McDonald's location. Has anybody in this room ever walked into a store where there was a cleaner, a deli, a Chinese food store, and a Coca-Cola store and bought a Coke? Never. There's no such thing as a Coca-Cola store. Okay, and I think that many times we focus our marketing, which is good, we need to, with that McDonald's method. That's our website. But we have a product to sell just like Coca-Cola. But they've decided to say, let's go where people are already buying and just integrate our little vending machines or our product along where the people are going to buy. And let's complement. This is so strong. This is so strong that a year ago I started doing this, and we were doing $50,000 per month with our integration. I'm going to show you specific examples of how you do that. Okay, and then we've continued to work with more and more and more marketers, and we've tested different offers, and we're constantly trying to improve that conversion and growing that income. So what is integration marketing? That's what we're going to cover here. Where to integrate your marketing, the 5 keys to successful integration, back-end driven integration, and the flow of integration we're going to get into. And then I'll give you an actual case study. Okay? Integration marketing is targeted complementary offers. So basically what that means is identify a competitor. Okay? If you have a product about, how to strengthen your abs or get, those cut abs, and there's another product on the market, it's, how to tighten up your butt. And that person's number 2 in ClickBank, and you're number 3, or whatever the case is, and you're focused on going to number 2 and then number 1, and you see them go to number 4, and you're excited. That's when you're looking at your competition, the other people in your market as competition. What I would venture to say is reach out to that person and say, hey, let's make a deal. What I'd like to do, since you already have a buyer, and you're number 3 in ClickBank, you're probably selling 100 of these books a day. I got a product that sells for $47. Why don't I sell it to your customers for $37, and I'll give you 75% commission. Normally, we pay 50%. So we already know that customers that just made a purchase are much more likely to buy, right? So here's a targeted customer. So simply get them to put a little, customers who bought this also bought this. Well, if they want tight abs, they might want a tight butt or vice versa. So here's a person that's getting 100 customers a day that just had their wallet out, already knows, likes, and trusts that other person, broke through that barrier, and now you put your product right in there, and you're getting the best customers now. The best customers, and if you have a back end, after they buy that, they buy your back end products. And vice versa, you tell that person, and what I'll do is I'll put your product on my thank you page, and we'll grow each other's businesses together. Okay, so let's look here. Continuing, leveraging marketing real estate of others. Okay, somebody else's thank you page is valuable real estate. They just did all the pay-per-click They paid another affiliate 50% commission. They've done all the work. They've tested their headline. You know, you could be new with a great product, and you don't know the copy yet, and you don't know all these marketing tactics yet. But you've got a great product, so let that guy worry about the sales copy and do 100 sales per day, and you just put a great product on his thank you page. It's proven and consistent conversions, accurate metrics for current and potential visitors. That's what you want to start keeping. You want to start getting your metrics down so that when you start approaching other JV partners, you can tell them, by putting this ad on your page, this is what you can expect. Okay, where to integrate? Other people's order pages. You can license your product to other people. You meet them here at an event. You say, you know, we've got very, very similar products. Why don't I do this? Why don't I give you the license to sell it? And then you pay me 50% of the profits. Just put a checkbox on your order page to sell my product. You collect the money through your shopping cart. Let's not worry about making it complicated. Tell them that it normally sells for the $49. Just put a pre-checked bump on there and sell it for $19. And let's use the honor system. At the end of the month, you show me a screenshot of how many we sold, give me 50% of the money. So you can integrate with other people's order pages that you're normally thinking of your competition. Other people's thank you pages, we just gave that example. Other people's success pages. What does that mean? Has anybody ever joined a newsletter, entered their name and email address, hit submit, went to a page that says, thank you for entering your name and email address, click your browser's back button? That's what I refer to as dead real estate. You know, if you watch baseball or anything in this world today, if you've got a pen from this hotel, look on it, it's got advertising on it. Okay, if you're looking at a baseball batter in the box, there's a blue screen behind him, for some Folgers coffee or something like that, or definitely a targeted ad at least. Okay, so what we want to do is if you go through somebody's process and you see that they don't have an ad on their success page, it's very easy. They go into their autoresponder and they put custom success page, and you give them an ad to put on there, and now when they opt in for a form, it says, congratulations, thanks for joining our newsletter. Click here for a product we think can help you in your business. And they click, and now they go to your website with that person's affiliate link. Okay? And this guy's getting 40 new signups per day, so he's sending you 40 new visitors a day. You do it once, you never have to do it again. You do it with 10 people, you've got 400 new visitors a day. Other people's logout pages, just silly things. We do this. Remember that affiliate page I told you that had over 20 pre-made different ads that we set up for people? We give them pre-made HTML code. I don't want to get technical, or pre-made ads with their affiliate link already embedded that they can copy and paste if they have a site where somebody clicks log out. So rather than having them log out and go back to the home page, when they log out, why don't you place an ad? Where do you see that happen? In PayPal. Click the logout button. PayPal doesn't send you back to the home page. PayPal says, check out these preferred retailers. And they send you someplace where everybody can make some more money. All right, and just a quick little lesson here, guys. When you're going through a process, go through it from the standpoint of a marketer, not just, let me buy this and check out. I mean, look at everything that's going on. And so you can identify those star ratings. And, those things make miraculous. That's the type of stuff that marketers will share and say, I added this silly little thing on my page, increased conversion by, 1.5. Other people's websites, other people's autoresponder follow-ups. I love this one. Jeff, how many emails do you have going out in your autoresponder when somebody buys your product? I don't know, I think 3. You want to make it 5? What do you mean? I've pre-written 2 emails. Simply put your name in there and put your product there. Thanks for buying that. This is so-and-so. And then it's an endorsement for my product. So now every single person that buys his product will get email 1, email 2, email 3, but now email 4, and then email 5, hey, did you get that yesterday? Or maybe even email 6 if you want to give them 3 written emails. Okay? And you promise them maybe you'll do the same for them. And what I'll do, I'll write 2 and I'll put them on the back end of mine. And find good partners that you want to do that with. Other people's exit pops, I won't get into that right here. Other people's members area. Somebody logs in, there's that real estate at the top every single day. You can do something like that. Co-reg leads, for sharing profits, a little more technical, we won't get into that. Okay, some keys for successful integration. You must keep accurate metrics. People that are going to share their thank you pages with you are going to want to know how is it going to perform. If I do this, what can I expect? And you want to tell them, well, based on what I'm doing with so-and-so, For every 10 products you sell, you should be able to sell 3 or 2 or whatever the case is. And here's a rule of thumb. Always under-deliver. Tell them a little bit less, so that when whatever they get, they're happier. You tell them, I've just seen too many times people promise, a little bit too much, and then, they tell you that it's going to be 2 out of every 10, and then it's 1 out of every 10, and now what's something that should be successful, a 10% conversion rate, you feel that you're failing, and then maybe you start thinking, maybe this offer is not converting. Maybe I'll talk to another marketer and put another marketer's ad on there instead of this person, because you tried to oversell them when you didn't need to. JV partner with the proper target market. Okay, so if you're doing, abs, don't go to somebody that's doing Forex, because they're a great person and you met them at this website. And we don't want to get into this mindset of, well, everybody needs my ab product. Everybody should have better looking abs or wants to lose weight. You really want to stay targeted. Okay, higher affiliate commissions than normal. Remember we said before, instead of 50%, I'll pay you 75%. This works really well when you have a back end after they buy your product, where you could give them 100% commission, because you know that 1 out of every 10 people that buys your own product might buy your $997 product. So you just want to make somebody happy by giving 100% commission. 50% is the norm. 75% will make them happy. Some cases you can give 100%. Really, in a lot of things will matter. The offer given is better than the normal retail price. Many of those times you heard me say something like, it normally sells for $47, but sell it to your customers for $37, that type of thing. So it should be a special. I mean, we see that, we saw that right there at GoDaddy, right? You bought this, you want to buy the .org, right now it's 50% off. People should be rewarded for buying. Like when I got the Toby, you can get the second one for half price. And give a reason why, because that's great. People like to know justify it. Why? Why? Because we've already spent all this money on the marketing to get you, this infomercial costs money. So now that we have you, we'd love to sell to your mother, but we don't have to advertise all over again. Okay? Easy plug-and-play integration. This is important. Make it easy for them. They're at the seminar, you're working with them, they get back, they've got to get back to business, they don't want to declare email bankruptcy, they're doing their best to try to get everything done. And then you're telling them in this email with step 17, now that you've confirmed your email to my affiliate program, log in and change your password. And step 18, they're just going to be like, forget this. And I don't care how much money this makes, I just don't have the time. So try to make it easy for them, okay? Some people, like me, are very trustworthy. And once they have a relationship with you, they'll say things like, use Mike Filsaime, use this password, can you create the account for me and just get me the code? Offer to do that for them. Say, just letting you know it is available. If you want, I could do all this for you, and I can create the ad, and I can just give you the code. Okay? Here's an actual case study. It's about a year old. This is a product that I have called the Butterfly Marketing Manuscript. It's a $97 product. And when you buy it, you go to ClickBank, and you pay $97, and you click to pay. And instead of going to a thank you page, I have this one-time offer. It's this video. Has anybody ever seen this video play? Okay, good, about 10, 15 of you. So what happens is, this is what I call the QVC upsell. Okay, I drive up in my car. I want to look like a regular guy, and this is my old office, and I have jeans on, and I'm looking comfortable, and I have a red shirt like that, and I come in with my sunglasses, nothing crazy, and I say, hi, it's Mike Filsaime. I want to personally thank you for buying the Butterfly Marketing Manuscript. Before you go to the download page, come on inside, I want to show you something. And I go like this, and I invite them into my office. We get inside, I pick up the manuscript, and I go on to tell them what a great purchase and a great decision they just made. That a lot of people have gone on to use this, blah, 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 blah. But if you want to really take advantage to make it even easier, here's my home study course. And now I take the time to hold up the DVD and say, this is Mark Joyner, this is Rich Sheffrin, this is what you're going to get on this, and this is Michael Fortin, these are the bonuses. And then I go over 3 case studies right there. One of Adam Ginsberg, one of the most successful eBay power sellers of all time. Spoke with him on stage once. And he sees what Butterfly Marketing did. He got excited. He says, will it work for me? And we did it, and he had this incredible increase on his business. And we give a couple of other case studies. So then I say, this video is going to redirect. when it goes there, you're going to see an opportunity to get Butterfly Marketing at the original price. It's currently $14.97. When we launched, it was $9.97. So you can get it at the original price of $9.97, and you just paid $100 for the manuscript. I'll take that off as well. They go to the next page. I show them what's going on. We show them that they could save $600. Click here to have it shipped to your door. And that's at the bottom there. If they want to skip the offer, we offer a downsell. Downsells, no big long copy here. Hey, hi again, I have one final option for you. If you wanted the course, but the $8.97 was just a bit out of reach. Now, I know psychology, I know the psychology of selling. You guys have heard it, right? Commitment and consistency. If somebody just paid $97 for my manuscript, I have to believe they would love to have the software. It's commitment and consistency. So the only logical reason, or one of the most logical reasons that they passed on the other offer is that they just didn't want to spend the $8.97. So we said, if you want the course, but the $8.97 was just a bit out of reach, I can offer you the exact same package you just saw in a digital version. That means you get everything in the Butterfly Marketing plus all these $2,700 worth of bonuses for only $497. That's it. Simply this means, instead of me shipping, this is called reason why. I'm justifying the discount. Instead of me shipping the course to you, I'll give you the entire course right now to download to your PC, and you still get access to the software. The only difference is you download everything at your leisure, and then it's $497. 1 out of every 10 people that buys a Butterfly Marketing manuscript buys the $8.97, and 1 out of every 10 people that buys it buys this. So what that simply means is 21% of every single person that buys a $97 offer buys one of these. That's incredible, incredible upsell, 20%. And there's a lot of different things there. There's good value, there's urgency, there's the video, a lot of different things. What I realized is, well, if I have an offer that's already working, why don't I go out and find more places to advertise this Butterfly Marketing manuscript, and I'll integrate it with other people's marketing, and I can get more people to see this one-time offer. Remember we said make it easy, a 2 to 3 step process, do as much of them as we can for possible. You'll get copies of these slides, so don't worry about taking the notes if I'm going fast. Sign them up for it if you have a good relationship. Offer to do all the work, and make sure to provide stats so they know, wow, I put this on my thank you page, and I'm seeing sales every single day. Now, this is an example of how I started doing it. I've actually automated the process where it's even easier, but this is how I started. I would invite people. I'd send them an email after I'd get back from an event or whatever the case was. If I just saw them launch a new product, maybe Day Job Killer or something came out, and I know this guy's making sales like crazy, I'll get on the phone or I'll email them and say, hey, if you got a minute, I'd love to share something with you. And step one, first of all, I explain how they're going to make the money. Basically, I walk them through that upsell process and tell them they're going to get 50% of that $8.97 or the $4.97 as an affiliate. Step one, get your affiliate link here. Step two, grab that code and put it on your thank you page. That's it. So that's the ad that would go on their thank you page. So customer just purchased Day Job Killer, because that's the example we use. It says, thank you, your credit card was just charged $97. Download Day Job Killer, and then they see special offer. We've made a special arrangement with Mike Filsaime to offer you 2 of his best-selling products. Get them both for $67. Customer buys there and then goes through that upsell process. That is integration marketing. Does everybody understand what we're doing here? We're putting our product special on other people's thank you pages. Here's the results. Okay, this was a 1-month case study with that $67 offer. What you're seeing on the left was the sales that was made as of that day, and that was at 3 p.m. that day. That was the day before. Yesterday, 83 sales brought in $13,000. Over 7 days, brought in $13,000. Then that's a typo there. What is that? I think the 7 day is actually wrong. It was 83 and whatever number that was. And 30 days brought in $15,745. More recent case study there. And that's shifted over. It's a little hard to see the 1 day. There's the yesterday, the last 7 days, last 30 days. It brought in $26,000 in profits and 30 sales over a 30-day period. Okay? Further on, yesterday, last 7 days, last 30 days, started going up to $42,000 as we started building momentum with that product. Now, did I go out and create new products? No. I found a product that's doing well, identified what a lot of people look as competitors. I aligned with them, and they're making money, and I'm making money, and not doing any more work. Contact them once, automate the process, and everybody wins at the end of the day. My customers win, they get products at a good price, I win, my affiliates win. It's just a win-win situation all over the place. It's found money on the table. So we brought in $42,000. Again, that case study is a year old. We've since been doing that to the point where I hired a full-time affiliate manager just to build those relationships so that we can do that. And we've since gone on and created new products, and we can create better targeted offers for the people. Remember we spoke about pre-written autoresponders, so I don't have to go over that again, but I tell my affiliates, just grab and go. Here's the emails that you can have, Jeff. Just grab them and put them into your autoresponder. And again, if you're busy, I'll put it on the table, I'll log into your autoresponder and put it in there for you. You know, if you have a relationship with people, they're not really going to mind too much, or they'll change the password the day after. Pre-written blog reviews. Remember, we were talking about putting ads on people's newsletter success pages. This is an example of that. So, next step, they just signed up for somebody's newsletter. It's a pre-written ad. All they have to do is copy that code. Next step, make sure to turbocharge your marketing by clicking the link below. Log out pages we spoke about. Right? I believe that is the end. So, thank you very much, guys. It was a pleasure, and I'll see you. I'll be around all day.
Come on, let's give Mike a big hand. Hold on. Come on, give him a big hand. Now,